Hello and welcome to Evening Morning Guitars. I had to stand up for that bit because this wah is kind of old and it's just absolutely impossible to actuate if you're not standing up. I wanted to do a quick video on a few wah tricks. I think some of this might be quite obvious if you've got a wah pedal, if you've used one before, but if you're thinking that a wah is not necessarily an effect for you, I mean, a lot of people I know don't even have wah pedals on their pedal boards anymore because they can't think of a use for it. And I kind of feel like it's maybe kind of a bit out of fashion and it's a really cool effect. That riff there was from the my approximation of the studio version of Dead Star by Muse. I don't know if you like Muse, I don't know if they're a band for you, but I think it's a cool intro and it's a good example of the sort of thing you can do with it. You hear a lot of that kind of thing, you know, also in bands like Rage Against the Machine. And I think the key to it is that, you know, the wah pedal is a filter, and once you start thinking about it in that way, it becomes a lot more interesting than just kind of like, you know, and sure, you can do that kind of wah sound thing, and that's cool, and that's fine if that's the kind of music you're playing, but it's actually a lot more versatile pedal than a lot of people, I think of it, just because of how you brought up listening to guitar effects and go, that's definitely a wah pedal there in that, you know, corny guitar solo. So I mean, another good example would be like the Mars Volta. You hear a lot of kind of wahs and auto wahs in their music, and it's done for real dramatic effect, you know. And I think that's cool too. So, and the main two things I want to quickly show. So I've showed you that one. That's the when the pedal is fully closed, it's flat like that. So the pedal's in two positions, right, and everywhere in between. When it's fully closed like that, you get that really high filter, which especially with a fuzz pedal in front of it gives you that huge sound. I'm using the terminal fuzz, which I demoed in a different video. And you know, I've actually got the volume rolled right the way down because I don't want to kill the neighbours. But if I had that where I normally do, which is even higher, especially through an amp with more bass, when you kill the wah pedal that's in front of it, so it's behind it in the chain, as a filter, it really does absolutely blast out. So at the moment we've got the fuzz pedal and then the wah pedal in the chain. So the other thing you can do, stand up and turn it on again, is have it in this position, fully closed, which is another sound entirely. As you can hear, it's very, very strange, very, very cool if you have it just slightly further forward of that. So in that sort of position, again, just I don't know, we have a riff that goes something like and it comes in with a lead part over the top that's like, you can kind of see like it really transforms it compared to just how it would sound without the wah pedal, and especially when you put like buzz in front of it, where you get kind of all of the weird harmonies that are brought out by that. And then also you just simple sweeps and things like think of it more as like, you know, not something you need to use particularly dramatically either. I mean, sure, you can do like, you know, if you want to be like Omar Rodriguez Lopez or whatever, but you can also use it for much, much more subtle effects. And even in sort of post-rock and that sort of thing, you can sometimes if you're the only guitarist in your band, you're going to have to come up with melodically simple ideas that are going to have to be catchy or carry their own weight, and you might get a little bit bored of them on their own, like as just playing them clean, or you might feel like they need something to kind of give them a bit of movement or propel them around. Now phasing, flanging, those sorts of effects are also very good for this, but because of the wah being a filter, you can also use it as a thing that you expressively control yourself. And you know, you might have a very simple riff like, let's say, which sounds quite boring. Actually, to be fair, I've also got the wire in the closed, in the open position at the moment. So if we then bring in the wah and actually move it as we're playing, which, you know, it's not the most spectacular riff in the world, but it certainly makes it sound a lot more interesting. And you know, by the time you've got drums and bass and stuff in there as well, it will make it sound drastically cooler. So anyway, that's my really well, it probably actually isn't that short a video now on the wah pedal and some, you know, tips and tricks. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like these gear reviews and pedal talk, I suppose, and mucking around, then do subscribe for more. If there's anything particular you want to see, then let me know. So anyway, this has been Evening Morning Guitars. Thanks very much for watching, and I better get to work. Peace.